Update for you on Biden's Syria bombing. At least 22 people were killed after President Biden orders first military strike. The attack was carried out on Iranian-backed militias. Now, they claim, they meaning the U.S. government and the Biden administration, they say, listen, we're just getting them back for what they did to us.
Which is true.
Because they were attacking us in Iraq, and so we had to do this.
Which is true.
I have an idea. The best way to not get attacked in Iraq.
Oh, no.
Here it comes.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
I'm ready. Give me the taste.
There you go. The best way.
I have an idea.
Oh.
The best way to not get attacked in Iraq is to not be in Iraq.
Oh.
Mind blown.
Why didn't someone tell us sooner?
Okay, Kyle. Sure. But what does this got to do with what happened now? Okay? What does this got to do with what happened now? Yeah, maybe they shouldn't have been in Iraq. But they're there now. They're attacking Americans. Should they not respond because they shouldn't have been there in the first place? Should they not respond? Like, you have a problem. You made a mess. And this is a mess that you're dealing with right now. What is the best action right now when they attack Americans? You cannot not respond to it. How basic is this? God damn it.
If you want to protect our troops and our people in Iraq, get out of there.
I don't know if that's going to long-term. Okay, so here's the thing. If you want to protect our people, you have to understand it's not as simple as that, okay? Maybe you're right. Again, I'm not going to pretend like I know what's going to happen if Americans completely leave Iraq, okay? And if you pretend like you could, like all the dominoes falling about what's going to happen after, if you pretend like you know what's going to happen, then you're full of crap, okay? It's likely that maybe that's true. Maybe pulling out of Iraq is going to be the best thing for everybody, okay? But you have to also exercise the outcome. You have to be honest to your audience that it's possible for if right now, like, yeah, maybe invading, let's say invading Iraq is true. Bad idea. But now that you remove Saddam, now that Iran has like a full-on dominance over militias in Iraq, now if you pull out of Iraq, can you also tell your audience that it's possible for the response to that be the conclusion from out of that be for Iraq to be entirely dominated by the Islamic Republic of Iran. And from there, Iran will be able to completely dominate Lebanon and Syria and the entire region, basically, and have complete control over, like, basically Saudi Arabia would have to bend the knee at that point. And Israel will be completely left defenseless. Like, let's be honest, United States is not going to leave Israel defenseless. So if you give that much domination to the Islamic Republic of Iran, at some point, the threat to Israel is going to be so high that you're going to have to go back. Okay? And at that point, Iran might be so dominant in the region that is going to be even more costly to American citizens to address that, okay? I'm not saying this is going to happen, but that is a likely scenario that will come out of leaving Iraq. How likely? I have no idea, but it is likely, okay? And if Iran completely controls at that point the Hormuz Canal, right? But translation of Tanke Hormuz, is it Hormuz Canal? Yeah. Do you know, like, the entire demand and supply of the world's energy markets is going to be out of balance like, what is it? 20% of the world's entire oil comes from passes through the Hormuz Canal. 20% and you leave that region and you want to give entire dominance to Iran over that? And you think that's not going to have an impact on American citizens? Again, I'm not saying United States should stay in Iraq, but I'm just saying, say that these are the potential costs of leaving Iraq outright. Mention this to your audience. Even if you want to stay on the side of no, yes, these are all true, but we still need to leave. Okay, at least, like, you do the cost-benefit analysis and you're like, these are the costs, but the benefits outweighs the cost, so we need to leave. But say the cost. Mention the goddamn cost.
None of our people can die if we're not there. So, I mean, I just find...
Wow. Is that how we're...
Oh, I knew that Kyle was going to have some choice takes for us, but I wasn't expecting, like, this level.
Yeah.
Like, have you... Oh, okay.
Find it up.
Hey, we're getting some love from some people, at least. We're getting a lot of hate in the live chat, but Maggie's. Thank you, Maggie.
Obnoxious. This argument of like, it's ridiculous that we're getting attacked in the country that we've been illegally occupying for nearly 2 decades. Maybe
nobody's saying that. People are not like, what is ridiculous? Like, you just like, who's saying that? This is such a straw man. People are the only argument is like, Americans were attacked by Iranian militias. We're going to respond. That's the argument being made here.
It really drives me crazy. Like, I feel like you watch a lot more of his content than I do, but in times like this, it just really feels like Kyle refuses to acknowledge the fact that Iran is the world's largest state sponsor of terror.
They don't even think that. They think that only Sunnis do terrorism.
I know that he really... But has he ever mentioned that?
No, well, no, because he doesn't believe it.
Oh my God.
He doesn't believe it. The Iranians are more clever at terrorism. They usually don't get their citizens involved.
Well, except for that Asadullah.
Yeah, and guys, like, I was listening to one of these people who are saying like we shouldn't like be doing taking any aggression against Iran. And somebody in the live chat asked the content creator, like, what would it take for you to do for you to think like it's justified for the United States to like attack Iran outright? And he's like, well, if they did something like an Al Qaeda or ISIS type of attack on Americans, only then it would be justified. But Iranian government has never done anything like that. I was like,
did you hear about what they did in a little country called Belgium, my friend?
Wait, it was in France, I think. It was supposed to be done in France, but they gave the explosive in Belgium, but the attack was supposed to be carried out in a conference in Paris.
And it was an MEK conference.
Yes, but I mean, I hate the MEK, but they were civilians. They were civilians, and American politicians.
A lot of politicians from across the world.
American, that's the one that I was talking
MEK and support them.
Yeah, I mean, Giuliani was there. That's what I was referring to. So if that attack had taken... By the way, thank you, Mossad, for stopping that attack, for passing out the intelligence, for all those civilians didn't get killed because Mossad stopped it, right? Mossad handed out the intelligence to stop it. So thank you, Mossad, for that. But...
I want to check. I thought it was in Belgium. Or they were intercepted him in Belgium.
I think it was intercepted in Belgium, but it was like the attack was supposed to happen in Paris, right? But it was stopped. So basically, based on their own criteria, and here's the thing.
And it wasn't just, Armin, it wasn't just an Iranian citizen. It was an Iranian diplomat.
It was an Iranian diplomat, okay? And a lot of these people are saying, like, we invaded the wrong country. We should have invaded Saudi Arabia because Saudi Arabian citizens were responsible for 9/11. Right? Okay. Well, what's the difference between this and the attack that Iran was almost carried out, right? In this attack, you know how many civilians would have died if that attack took place? Just because it was stopped, that doesn't make Iran's government less guilty, okay? Just because you managed to stop it. So if these people think that they need to be so hostile against Saudi Arabia because of 9/11, which is justified, I agree, then there you go. Yeah, you have another attack that was done by, almost carried out by the Iranian government. And that's ignoring all the dual citizens that are taking hostage in their country, and all the contractors and American soldiers that they're taking out by their proxies. Because apparently the Americans have sent a memo to Iranians that if you kill Americans, if it's not your citizens killing Americans, but it's your militias, like, just make sure the militias that you're hiring, they're not Iranian citizens. If they're Lebanese citizens, if they're Iraqi citizens, if they're Syrian citizens, then you get a pass by killing Americans. And Iran's like, okay. So I know how to do terrorism without giving you justification for you to attack Iran directly. All I have to do is make sure that Iranian citizens are not involved. Which they failed to do that in that attack that we just mentioned. That was right.
The attack was in France. They were intercepted in Belgium. His name is Asadullah Assadi. I got his name wrong. But they tried to use diplomatic immunity to shield him from prosecution for years.
Yeah. Anyways, a lot of people don't know about that attack. It's amazing.
But what you were getting at was, according to that guy's standard, we should be essentially in a land war with Iran.
Right. Look at this idiot. Somebody in live chat thinks like, oh, it wasn't. Oh my God, this guy's a commie. Never mind. Hold on. All right, let's continue.
Problem that you're illegally occupying a country for almost 2 decades. Maybe that's a problem in and of itself. Maybe you're violating U.S. law and international law on that front, and you need to pull out. And if you do pull out, you won't get attacked, and then you wouldn't do a retaliatory strike. So, I mean, that's the.
Here's the thing. Let's say, for example, you left the door open, okay? And somebody comes and attacks you and starts like doing, attacking your children, and now is like doing the R word, which I can't say on YouTube, to your wife, right? Mm-hmm. And you now take your gun and you're like about to shoot the guy. And you're like, instead of shooting the guy, you know how you could have avoided this? You should have just kept your doors locked, right? Why are you being hostile right now while this person is like molesting your wife and kill your children? He just killed your children and is now like having sex with your wife without her consent. I'm not saying the R word because YouTube doesn't like that. And you're being too hostile right now. Okay? This is your fault. If you didn't want this, maybe next time just make sure your doors are locked. So don't be hostile right now. Let it happen because this is your fault. This is what's happened. This is the argument here. A mistake was made, but you have to deal with the situation that you are dealt with right now. Americans are being attacked. You need to defend Americans. That's what the president is supposed to do.
Secular writer saying, should have just not had a wife.
God damn it. Oh my God. Armin is a fascist. Hey guys, look. I was far lefty just a moment ago, and now I'm a fascist.
Solution, amazing. Let's not kid ourselves.
Amazing.
You can't say we were attacked and, oh my God, now we have to respond.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Like, what are they supposed to do? Because they made an original mistake, now when they're attacked, they can't defend themselves? Because they made a mistake before, now when Americans are attacked, you shouldn't respond. Amazing logic.
So, beyond that, I already discussed this theory with you guys, but I'll float it again. Aaron Mate made this point that you had the release of the Saudi Arabia report that showed that MBS was responsible for the killing of Khashoggi. That pissed off Saudi Arabia. This move from the Biden administration might be a mea culpa, might be a sort of apology to say,
what?
Hey, my bad on releasing that report. I'm still your boy. Here, I'll do what you want me to do, which is bomb Shia militias.
What? Wait. What?
Oh my God. This is
a mea culpa to MBS over the most damning report that has been released about the Crown Prince. The State Department now has a new designation for stuff like this. And Biden has been going hard against the Saudi monarchy as anyone has for the past several years, fresh out the gate. And he's like, I'm sorry.
You know what? Let me be charitable, okay? Let me be charitable.
Okay.
Is there a chance that this is true? Very unlikely, but nothing is impossible, right? But you better have evidence if you want to throw something like that, like this out there to your almost 1 million subscribers, you better have some goddamn evidence if you're just throwing that out there. Because you just basically want to criticize Biden, and you have to make it more ridiculous than what it even is to be able to attack it. Because this is insane. Again, I'm gonna
prefaced it by saying, I'm just gonna float this idea past you.
I'm just gonna float this idea. Like, if you know what, I'm gonna say, like, nothing is impossible, right? I've seen so many things in international politics that nobody could have predicted. Okay, mm-hmm. But if you're throwing this out there and you have nothing to back it up, then you have no business being a commentator like this. Let me see. Maybe he provides some evidence.
So I think that that's a plausible theory. That might actually be what's going on in their mind.
Oh my God.
Holy cow.
Back because we released this report and made them look back.
Has he not been following like what's been going on in the past month regarding our actions with Saudi, how Biden won't even talk to the crown prince, he'll only talk to the king?
God damn it.
He's not following any of that?
No, these people think like you can just like cut up complete ties with one of your major allies in the region, and anything short of that. Like Biden has been extremely aggressive against MBS, but these people don't understand that how aggressive he has been so far, because they think like it's just like it's possible for United States to just be like, hey, major ally, go screw yourselves completely, bye-bye. And people we have been very pleased with how aggressive Biden has been against Saudi Arabia's government right now, MBS especially. We are not pleased with how Biden has been being very weak on China, but with Saudi Arabia, he has been more aggressive than we anticipated.
If you want some of that more tasty Biden criticism, go see our stream from yesterday.
Yeah.
Titled "Is Biden Soft on China and the Uyghur Genocide?"
Okay, let's continue. I want to see if he has evidence.
Can't have that. So let's show them we're still boys with them. You know, Saudi Arabia is still ride or die. Oh my God. And okay, we're going to kill a number of people in Shia militias on the ground in Syria. Completely and utterly illegal under U.S. law and international.
So this thing that I just said that I have no evidence for is completely illegal.
Law. Wait. It's illegal under U.S. law because Congress needs to declare war.
This is not okay. God damn it! Again, I'm going to repeat myself. Imagine if every time Americans were attacked, the response to that had to go through Congress approval. Okay, this is not like waging war on a country. Americans were attacked, the president needs to respond. If responding to Americans being attacked had to go through Congress every time, then every American outside of U.S. borders right now would be sitting ducks.
Congress did not declare war in Syria. They did not. So it's illegal. It's illegal under international law because this actually isn't defensive in nature by any stretch of the imagination.
Americans were attacked. There's a response. It's defensive in nature.
And you're violating the sovereignty of Syria.
It's an Iranian militia! Well, Iranian backed. Wait.
Okay. Syria is in that state of war right now. There are so many different players right now in Syria.
It's essentially a vacuum.
It's a vacuum.
Hey guys, if you're a fan of blasphemy and sexy Kali, like me, then that means that you probably want more blasphemous art. Well, I have good news for you. If you subscribe to our newsletter, link in the description below, then you get a free booklet of some of the tastiest blasphemous art available today. So, if you want some of this delicious blasphemy, and we're so generous that we update it for you guys weekly for free, all you have to do is sign up for our newsletter below. You can also go to blasphemousart.com/ebook. That's blasphemousart.com/ebook. Sign up with your email, and you get free gifts of this tasty blasphemy. What could be better? So make sure you sign up, link below,